We invite members of the audience to please stand for the national anthems of Japan and the United States of America.
Thank you. We now invite our audience to be seated. On behalf of the class of 2029, we would like to thank you for joining us for this special occasion. My name is Daya Kawaguchi.
And my name is Layla Strong. Tonight, we have the honor of being your ceremony leaders.
We have many cultures represented in this 8th grade class. We will now have a special greeting from representatives of many of these cultures.
G'day and welcome.
Guten Abend and willkommen.
Boa tarde e bem-vindos.
晚上好，欢迎大家。
Hi og velkommen.
Hello, welcome, bonjour et bienvenue.
Bonsoir et bienvenue.
Hallo und willkommen.
नमस्ते, आपका स्वागत है।
שלום וברוכים הבאים.
こんばんは。ようこそお越しくださいました。
Buenos tardes y bienvenidos.
Assalamu alaikum et bienvenue.
Kia ora, haere mai.
Buenas tardes, bienvenidos.
안녕하세요. 환영합니다.
Bienvenidos a todos.
Sawadee-krap, Yinditonak-kap.
Herkese iyi akşamlar.
Hello and welcome.
Hello and welcome.
I would like to welcome to the podium our middle school principal, Mrs. Pip Curtis, who has a few words to share. Thank you to all the country representatives. We now invite you to be seated.
Good evening, everyone. It is my honour to address you tonight as we celebrate the class of 2029. Tonight is more than a ceremony. It's a moment of transition. From middle school to high school, from tweens to true teens, from one chapter to the next. As I reflect on this class, the image of a compass comes to mind. Each of you has spent these years slowly learning how to hold your own compass, how to orient yourself in unfamiliar territory, how to stay true to your direction when things get foggy, and how to keep moving forward even when the map isn't clear. Some of you charge ahead with boldness, certain of where you want to go. Others take quieter, more careful steps, scouting the terrain before committing to a direction. Some of you are explorers seeking out new interests. Some of you are anchors holding tight to friendships and values that keep you steady. There is no single right path, and that's what makes this class extraordinary. Each of you is navigating something personal, your own pace, your own challenges, your own voice. And yet, through these differing directions and orientations, you have shown us something powerful. That direction matters more than speed. That compassion is as important as confidence. And how you travel is just as important as where you're going. I've seen you chart your course together on our trip to Hakuba, where you were upbeat, adventurous, and hilarious. I've watched you compete fiercely in games like Considering Cap and still manage to laugh at yourselves. I'll remember the way you moved so smoothly through the station to board the Shinkansen, full of excitement and responsibility. You are hardworking, you are multilingual, multi-talented. You care about each other and the world. Through your Starfish projects, climate change documentaries, Model United Nations, and Global Issues Network, you've shown that your moral compass is active and alert. Through your learning story portfolios and Spring Share presentations, you've shown that you know who you are and you're not afraid to share it. And now, as you step forward into high school, the landscape will change. The hills may get steeper, the paths more crowded, but you already have what you need to find your way. Grade 8, trust your compass. Adjust when you need to, and keep learning from those around you. Always make room for someone walking beside you in a different direction or with a different destination. As you think about what guides you, whether it's a compass, the stars, a map, or some internal instinct, I offer you the same words I share each year, words that speak to our values of character, courage, and compassion, and that I hope will steer you forward. Grade 8, you will find that people are often unreasonable, illogical, and self-centered. Forgive them anyway. If you are kind, people may accuse you of selfish, unkind motives. Be kind anyway. If you are honest and frank, people may cheat you, but be honest anyway. What you spend years building, someone can destroy overnight, but build anyway. If you find serenity and happiness, they may be jealous. Be happy anyway. The good you do today, people will often forget tomorrow, but do good anyway. You may give the world the best you have, and it may never be enough, but give the world your best anyway. Congratulations, class of 2029. Wherever you go next, we can't wait to see you find your way. And on that note, I'd like to turn the night over to our students. 2 members of the 8th grade class have been chosen by the middle school faculty to speak on behalf of the 8th grade. Please welcome our first student speaker, Kensei Kawashima.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and fellow classmates. Have any of you heard of the Japanese proverb, "I no naka no kawazu, taikai o shirazu," or "the frog in the well knows nothing of the great ocean"? This proverb perfectly describes the transition from elementary to middle school. The change felt like getting hurled into the abyss. After the long struggle of adapting, we thought we had mastered the shallow waters of the elementary school. We thought we were at the top of the world, yet the universe laughed, and we were deluged in raging tides defined by change, reducing us back to plankton in the great food chain of adolescence. But just like that trip to Hakuba, where we groaned about never getting called for dinner, too loud to realize that our own complaints were what were the problem, we've learned that sometimes the obstacles we complain about are the ones we remember, the ones we cherish. Back then, we were young, wide-eyed, and perplexed, absolutely certain that the middle school resided with the sole purpose to trick us. Lockers were a maze, and the 8th graders circled us like sharks, making the daily walk through the hallways feel like a deadly voyage through a shark tank. But now, look at us. We've changed. From laughing in triumph to crying in agony. Whether it was over a forgotten kanji test we supposedly knew before the test, reciting the POLs until we murmured them in our sleep, and procrastination, the ancient art of "I'll just do it later," that even the great evolution couldn't weed out. Ultimately, the middle school taught us that growth isn't always a straight line. It's more like a shifting current. Our paths curve, loop, even double back. Yet, through every change, we've moved forward, learning that change isn't always a bad thing, but the very flow that pushes us to success. Now, the high school, another uncharted sea approaches. The unknown may be daunting, and fear makes us wonder if we are truly ready. But we are not defined by a single one mistake, a missed deadline, a bad test score, not even our parents' constant tales of walking uphill both ways to school. It's how we persistently adapt and change, to be better than what we were yesterday. And although we may feel small, remember that the sea's smallest creatures, plankton, are actually the foundations, created by forces beyond their control, yet shaping the world around them. For eons, they've endured through events where others faced extinction, not by force, but by adapting with resilience. But let us not forget, we would never have been here without them. They were always the currents that helped us navigate through the rough. Let us pause to show some appreciation. Thank you, cleaners, the unsung heroes who cleaned up behind all of us. Thank you, staff, for making hundreds of meals for us, saved us from forgotten locker combinations, gave us lifelong advice whenever we dreadfully walked to the office for a late pass, or the countless inspections and drills conducted to ensure our safety. Thank you, bus drivers, for starting our day with an energetic "Ohayo," even when we could only manage a sleepy-eyed nod. Your early mornings went unnoticed. And to the teachers, we will never forget how you'd explain, re-explain, and explain once more, all while we nodded along like we understood, until someone finally whispered, "Wait, what?" And to the and especially how you had faith in us before we did in ourselves, and how you taught us with elasticity, even when we were too preoccupied with ourselves, illustrating hideous sketches of our friends in our notebooks. Lastly, to our parents, you are the sea, vast enough to hold our mistakes, deep enough to absorb our cries, waking up before the sun so that our biggest concern was a math test and never a meal. And although your efforts were sometimes clumsy, it was what kept us together. We rarely thanked you for being our ecosystem, for giving us room to drift, and being the current that helped us navigate home, but today we will. Thank you. Hold on. Sorry. Class of 2029, we will make mistakes, but they will shape us. Like how the smallest creatures drift upward, gradually, clumsily, but relentlessly. This is what we are. We may not see what lies beyond the luminous surface, but we push onward anyway, carried by the currents of possibility. And although we have no idea what that future could be, the ocean will guide us. And although the path may be daunting, the passions we'll discover, the struggles we'll endure, outline our futures. Because every day is a day to improve, a chance to learn, to fail. Every small step, every small act of courage alters our futures in the endless sea of possibilities. Thank you.
Thank you for your thoughtful speech, Kensei. We would now like to announce the second student speaker, Anup Panchmiya.
Middle school has felt a lot like growing a garden, not the game everyone has been playing in class. At first, we were just seeds, small, unsure, nestled in unfamiliar soil. We didn't know how much light we would need or how often we'd be tested by the weather. We didn't know who we'd become or how long it would take, but we started growing anyway, slowly, awkwardly, with help. Now, it's late spring. The soil we knew is behind us, and summer is just ahead. Everything is changing, and this time, we know it. It's surreal to look back when we were wide-eyed sixth graders, dwarfed by backpacks and echoes in the crowded hallways, overwhelmed by the noise and rush of it all. Now, we're rising ninth graders who've grown into the space around us, not perfectly, but fully. We've done more than just solve equations and write essays. We've grown roots, deep ones. We've all had those nights, staring at a blank Google Doc, telling ourselves, just 5 more minutes. Or fighting with a printer that definitely hated us. But through every late night, we changed. Even when no one clapped or noticed, we kept going. Some memories feel like flowing water, smooth, bright moments that carried us forward without effort. Rafting at Lake Sai, clinging onto it, hoping we would not fall into the water. Spirit days, musicals, sports meets, times we showed up for each other, where our roots tangled and felt just for a second that we were part of something bigger than ourselves. But not all growth is gentle. Some days were dry and brittle, full of doubt. We faced weeds, fear, frustration, failure. And there were times we wondered if we would ever feel like enough. But even in those moments, something inside us held on. And when we did bloom, even if it was just a little, it felt like magic, not because it was perfect, but because it was real. These years taught us something. Change is constant, And growth doesn't wait until we feel ready. That it doesn't always feel good. It's messy. It hurts. Often invisible. But every centimeter counted. I've learned something, though. Change isn't the enemy. It's proof that we've grown, that we're alive. It's not about leaving behind what mattered, but taking it forward. The laughter, the lessons, and the people who helped shape us. It's strange to think we won't return to the same classrooms, but we will visit. And maybe that's what growing up means. Not fearing change, but trusting what it's made us. Just like we don't notice how tall we've grown until we look back on old photos, we don't know how much we've changed until moments like this. And we didn't grow alone. To our teachers, thank you. You were the gardeners in our corner, pruning when needed, cheering when we bloomed, and making space for us when we were barely knowing how to take up space at all. Whether we were launching Barbies from stair railings or writing letters for social justice, you saw us. And in seeing us, you helped us see ourselves. And to our parents, thank you. You woke us up multiple times and pretended to know math when we both know you didn't. You were patient when we weren't, and proud when we couldn't be. You were strong when we needed it most. Even if we didn't always say it, we noticed. As we step into the seasons ahead, let's carry the seeds we have sown, our roots, our memories, and the people we've become. Gardens don't pause when autumn leaves fall or winter frost forms. They rest, gather strength, and bloom again. Just like Alan Watts said, the only way to make sense of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance. Thank you.
Thank you for your speech, Anuv. Those two speeches really helped me reflect on middle school and all the spectacular moments we've had that helped us grow.
The class of 2029 has most definitely had an exciting time throughout middle school, regardless of whether they've been at ASIJ since ELC or joined halfway through this year. Between the constant chaos of regular school days and the occasional excitement of events, there hasn't been a boring day with this grade, whether that's a good thing or not.
I can remember like it was yesterday, being in 6th grade, desperately trying to figure out this middle school system, getting lost, trying to find my class, and trying to avoid the 7th and 8th graders looming above us. As the days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and months into years, we've each grown tremendously. It's hard to believe that it's all coming to an end.
So with that, let's please take a moment to thank all of our friends. Whether they've stuck with us or followed a path separate from ours, these have been the people who have built us up throughout our years. Climbing the stairs together to get office passes, laughing and crying together over bad grades, staying together after school to complete our assignments due the next day. Our friends have been the people who have grown alongside us and made sure that we grew as well. Despite all of us having individual lives, we have still managed to play a role in each other's lives as well. Our friends have both been people we love and people who have helped us love ourselves. So, thank you to all of you for being supportive and always having each other's backs.
Speaking of people who we love, we cannot go out without mentioning our teachers. Whether they're your advisor, whom you see every day, or you just say hello to them in the halls, each and every teacher has made this ASIJ middle school experience what it is. Our teachers have been with us through thick and thin, and we have learned so much from them. They have filled our days with joy and maybe a little frustration, and I'm sure we have done the same for them. Without their guidance, mentorship, and support, none of us would be who we are today. So let's make sure that we cherish these memories and relationships we have with these teachers, taking them with us to our bright, bright futures.
Finally, we would like to thank all of the parents in the room with us right now. They have been the people, both quietly and out loud, supporting us through everything we've done throughout these past 3 years and longer. Thank you so much for being here for us. We wouldn't be who or where we are without you.
We are now proud to present the then and now 8th grade slideshow. This video was created by the yearbook team. Please sit back and enjoy.
Thank you, Omoide team and Ms. Johnson. It's amazing to see how much we've all grown. We'd also like to thank Mr. Neal, who helped organize and set up our ceremony tonight in the theater, and Mr. Dirksey and his ASIJ TV team for helping stream and record our ceremony. It is due to the hard work of these three ASIJ Mustang that this celebration has been made possible.
Please would Mr. Butts and Mr. Kokudam's advisory groups prepare to receive their certificates. We would now like to welcome our Associate Principal, Mr. Willie, who would also like to share a message with us. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone, students, families, teachers, and friends. Grade 8s, here we are, the big moment. Before we honor you, all of you by name, look around you at each other. Now here's something true that no one usually says out loud at an event like this. Every single person in this room has made some pretty significant mistakes in middle school. Trust me, I know. I see a lot of them in my office. And I was there a lot too when I was in middle school. Now, this class has a lot of accomplishments to be proud of, contributions that were the opposite of mistakes. And we have some amazing minds in this group, and we have world-class musicians, talented artists, actors, athletes. We have change makers who have given their time to help others and our planet. And we have students who are unafraid to be themselves, who, in being their authentic selves, have made our school safer for those coming after them. But today I want to talk about mistakes. Some of your mistakes were loud and public. You might have ended up with a formal consequence and an awkward conversation at home. Some were quieter, like not stepping up for a friend who needed support, or leaving someone out when you had the power to make them feel included. For some of you, the mistakes were about being too shy, holding back when you really wanted to audition for the musical or try out for the team. For others, it was being too bold and learning that drawing attention to yourself at the wrong time is not a good look. For some of you, it was about being okay with not being the best at something, and for others, it was about not trying hard enough. But now that you look around at everyone else, we all know the person you should really be thinking about right now is the person that you see in the mirror. You know which mistakes still linger in your mind, and you know which ones you've worked hard to overcome. The mistakes are funny, because sometimes it's not the big ones that stay with us. It's the ones tied most closely to our values, the ones that sting because we feel like we let ourselves down. And while those memories can feel uncomfortable, they are powerful because the way you respond to them, that's what builds your character and codifies your values. Deada's, the way you grow from mistakes is what makes you goated. It's not perfection you need to strive for, not a mistake-free academic career, not having the most riz. It's the courage to reset and grow over and over again. And in many ways, that's what middle school is all about. As Jessica Leahy, the New York Times bestselling author of The Gift of Failure, wrote, middle school is prime time for failure, even among kids who have sailed through school up until that point. The combined stressors of puberty, heightened academic expectations, increased workload are a setup for failure. How you overcome those inevitable failures predicts so much about how you will fare in high school, college, and beyond. At ASIJ, we talk about being lifelong learners. We talk about having a growth mindset and being resilient. Well, real lifelong learners make mistakes, and they embrace the learning that comes after. That's big aura energy. In fact, we're considering adding aura energy as the 7th POL competency. And I'd like to quote one of the greatest thinkers of our time who said, "I'm going to make mistakes and it's going to be okay. That's how you learn who you are." Miley Cyrus. So my advice as you head into high school is don't be afraid to mess up. Be afraid of not learning from it. The best version of you is built on a foundation of reflection and growth. Yes, including the times you sat in my office to reflect on the core values, or had to say, "I'm sorry and I'll do better next time" to a friend that you've let down. Own it, learn from it, get on the grind set, and keep going. Not looking out at you, we're so proud of the people that you're becoming. Not in spite of your mistakes, but because of the way you've learned from them. Because they are inevitable, they are valuable, and they help teach you who you really are. Congratulations, you're about to be officially promoted to high school, and you are the GOATs of 2029. Now that the cringe is over, it's my pleasure to begin the presentation of certificates by advisory class grouping. Please welcome Dr. Harden, our head of school, and Ms. Curtis, our middle school principal, to the stage. The first advisory grouping is Mr. Butts. Would Mr. Butts please come to the stage? Jung Choi. Paloma Colas. Sakura Harada. Aiden Julian Hashimoto. Michika Huang. Ken Kurihara. Rylan Auk. Mila Robb. Shian Sato. Kendo Takahashi. Leo Tanaka. Kieran Trainer. Elena Tsunoda. Reese Vandersen. Thank you, Mr. Butts. Would Mr. Cokerdom please take the stage? Jocelyn Finnegan. Yuki Fakaya. Brandon Gibb. Chihiro Hishida. Minyu Kim. Giselle Kino Nixon. Yuna Kobayashi. Omer Livne. Anuv Panchmia. Arjun Patel. George Rieger. Thomas Truscott. Alexei Sega. Thank you, Mr. Cokerdom. Would Ms. Confer please take the stage? Wes Buford. Tyler Early. Genji Hattori. Caden Dignazio. Did I forget someone? I'm so sorry, Tara. Tara Kobayashi. Yes. Jaden Matsunaga. Adrian Meslet. Chrissy Miller. Lily Miyashita. Kaya Narusawa. Riku Oba. Maya Saeed Policino. Sawyer Stradling. Freya Tamara Nielsen. Thank you, Ms. Confer. Please welcome Mr. Gardner to the stage. Admika Adnund. Kate Armstrong. Liam Gulari Zutuni. Luca Kanzaki. Lorenzo Keys. Gio Kim. Kei Morikuni. Alina Nam. Sayuki Ogino. Ethan Parker. Kanan Suzuki. John Taktakolo. Luca Yanakura. Thank you, Mr. Gardner. We would now like to invite Ms. Hannum to the stage. Dalton Allen. Renzo Aroba. Kaden Dignazio. Anzu Jabkin. Lima Ishikawa. Kensei Kawashima. Emma Kinstall. Arissa McShane. Selen Miki. Ryo Nishima. Kai Morishima. Alyssa Sethi. Alan Wright. Sena Yokosuka. Thank you, Ms. Hannum. Would Dr. Jacobson please come to the stage?
Luke Aoyagi. Madison Bomengag. Milena Camarano. Taiki Igarashi. Avni Jowri. Jake Kobayashi. Beckett Miller. Yuito Minorikawa. Yuzuki Moiri. Leon Nakajo. Isla Rose. Yuto Sakata. Yuna Su. Jake Yan Mariama. Thank you, Mr. Jacobson. Would Ms. Kim please come to the stage? Kent Akiyama. Noah Ashraf. Jin Shea. Jeremy Epstein. Ako Ganji. Kishan Mane. Myra Mehta. Lena Sancho Chima. Layla Strong. Teo Sun. Emi Takayanagi. Zenji Weinberger. Thank you, Miss Kim. Would Mix Lewis please come to the stage? Yugo Bender. Franklin Davis. Sophie Dawson. Emma Freed. Cole Goodrich. Quinn Eisenberg. Kina Joyce. Claudia Kosh. Victor Laligi. Johnny Okamura. Simon Sonoda. Shota Yamanaka. Bo Yue Candy Jung. Thank you, Mix Lewis. Would Miss Paraskevopoulos please come to the stage? Petru Agisanu. Kamui Ito. Eric Hansen. Kunihiko Kota. Taiga Kurita. Nina Matsumoto. Emma McNeely. Louis Nichols. Pearl Perrin. Avery Rogers. Odette Strawn. Melody Tana. Remy Tojo. Keo Willis. Thank you, Ms. Paraskevopoulos. Would Ms. Willie please come to the stage? Walt Anderson. June Dost. Leah Engel. Lena Goodrich. Luca Ito. Julia Capps. Ray Kasamatsu. Daya Kawaguchi. Josephine Lee Armand. Alexandra Lloyd. Yuki Nakamura. Anna Pellerin. This concludes the reading of the names of students in our grade 8 class this year. Thank you, Dr. Harden. Thank you, Dr. Willie. In just a moment, we will play the recessional song, chosen by the class as their anthem, the song that they wanted to hear as they complete middle school and head off for the summer. Following the processional, students will be ready to meet you and collect their gift bags in the high school lobby. Members of the audience, it is my honor to present to you the American School in Japan class of 2029.